What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. So we are starting a new series here. Just gonna show you guys what I went and did, but I kind of needed a daily, right? So you guys know that I kind of wreck everything that I own. Well, right back here is the new daily. So I got a 97 Civic, kind of fell into my lap. The guy that owned it is an older guy, 88 years old. Original owner, he kind of broke down right outside of where I work, and they pushed him in and needing a clutch. So I ended up picking it up from him, and I fixed her, got her on the road, and this thing, it's been good to me so far, guys. I didn't really do too much other than, get it back on the road, which wasn't too hard, honestly. And then all I did so far to it was sway bar end link switch broke. I had a right front broken end link here, and I have a fuel filter to change, but I did an interior detail. That's pretty much it, guys. It's nice. It has keyless entry. It's an EX, which works sometimes. I gotta hit the button sometimes 100 times. It unlocked the other side. There's something wrong. Maybe you guys will know what's wrong, but I heard something about a broken wire in the door. I gotta try to fix keyless entry. Got too many cars, too many keys. But this thing's been well taken care of, at least on the inside. Here's my new filter for it, but the car is really clean, guys. Like, he's got a couple of wear marks on the shifter. The steering wheel's a little bit worn, but for the most part, it's clean. Driver's door panel, I keep listing things that are busted with it, but for the most part, guys, it's really clean. Like, for a 25-year-old car, it cleaned up with just a basic detail, and it looks really nice in here. Obviously, it's a 5-speed because wouldn't buy anything else. But yeah, that's for the overview of this thing. This is pretty much the extent of the car. I'll pop the hood now, but it's got some quarter panel rot, as they all do. This one looks like it's been filled before. There's some Bondo in there. This whole quarter was repainted. You can tell by the runs here and also over here. So it's probably hard to even see those runs, but yeah, it's been painted. It's been loved. It's been bumper carsed a little bit, and whoever painted it accidentally just sanded the trunk and was like, oh, my bad. So this thing's had some, less than ideal conditions, but we're gonna take care of it, and I'm excited. Gotta take it to go get tinted and stuff, and yeah, I just want to make sure that it's safe for the road. I've just been driving it. All I did was the sway bar end link and some other stuff, but little by little we'll go through it. But my plan with this thing is to keep it stock. I just want it to be a good daily and get good mileage, which it's doing a fantastic job of. So we'll see how long I actually keep it stock. But under the hood here, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy under the hood, just stock. I cleaned it up, did a little pressure wash. So other than the cleaned up engine bay, this thing's totally stock. All down to the stock air filter. I was already thinking about getting a little warm air intake action going on. I don't know if that's going to help my mileage, but it sure will probably sound cooler. But yeah, I'm just going to try to go through it. Get a little oil leak under here. I don't know if it's the oil sending unit for the gauge, or if it's the seals. There's like an O-ring in the distributor, but I'm told the distributor and the wires were changed. I have all the service records for this thing, so it's pretty nice to see that it's been taken care of. I think they even changed parts they didn't need to. Seems like they were ripping this old guy off for a little while on this thing, so been unfortunate. That's just how it is. A lot of people sell things that are not needed, especially on these cars. You don't need much. He has little problems here and there with it, but they don't need much. So I'm going to try to maybe either get a drop-in filter or an intake for it. That's just like some basic daily stuff, but it's a slippery slope, guys. Modifying. Once I start modifying stuff, it's hard to stop. So So I'm trying to just stick to fixing things that are broken on it and not doing anything crazy. Got a little power steering whine to it. I think it needs another timing belt. I think it was done at 150 and it's at 220,000. So I think I'm ready to do a timing belt on it. Just freshen everything up, you know, do all the seals in there and just make sure we clean it all up. I mean, it doesn't look like it has too many leaks, just on the side of the engine there and maybe some on the back. I don't know what's leaking on the back, but I'm just gonna have to go through it, you know, like I do with everything else and just make it 100%. But so far so good, guys. It runs really good. Haven't had any problems with it. Yeah, here's the mileage on the clock. 218,308 now. Yeah, that's about it. I got my FM transmitter so I can use the radio and play my music. So that's really all I need out of this thing. And this is the start of the daily Civic project. So hopefully you guys are excited by this. I definitely am. I think it's gonna come along nicely. I have a lot of motivation to work on this just because it's new to me, but I gotta try to balance all the projects out and work on everything, of course. So the bus is still primary right now. I'm trying to get that thing mobile. So this is kind of as I need to do things here and there, or as I get bored of the bus, I'll throw in a project from this to satisfy. But yeah, I do like just working on old Hondas. I think it's fun. So it'll be cool to fix everything this thing needs. I already been trying to make a list of things I want to do, and I'm just trying to go slow because it's a daily. Gotta keep it a daily. Don't do anything stupid, and that's the plan. I already bought some snow tires because I'm gonna try to drive it in the winter and just you know, save miles on the truck and get some economy with this thing. So it gets 30 to 35 miles per gallon. I'm trying to record every tank full here, and I want to try to chart all my mileage and see if I can like modify my driving style to get better mileage and stuff. If you guys got any tips, let me know. I've always been pretty well, I mean, I like to go fast obviously, but I've always been pretty good at understanding mileage and how to get good mileage. So like, you know, you gotta ride the hills and, you know, not goose it too much from a stop and things like that. So if you're using the brakes, you know, you're probably going too fast. Anyway, yeah, that's that. Let's see, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing today. I might just change the fuel filter. I've been wanting to do that. I almost wanted to run a tank full and then change the fuel filter and see if the mileage got better or worse, because I don't know if running it lean because under wide open or whatever would make a difference on the mileage. Probably not that much, but I think I'm just gonna change it. Oh, I have a sunroof too, and it works. It's amazing. I've never had a sunroof before, so pretty sweet. I think I spoke too soon when I said that's what was wrong with it, because this passenger window does not go down, at least not more than an inch. So I gotta try to figure out why that is. I guess my best bet would be to take this massive door panel off. Door panels on this thing are huge. It's really cold out, so hopefully I can take this door panel off without breaking it, but I don't foresee being able to take it off anytime soon. It's not gonna get that much warmer, so might as well try to take it off today. Let's like this one screw here, and then I don't know, I might look up a video so I don't break everything, because it's cold. When it's cold, everything likes to break. But yeah, if I bust this door panel off, try to put the window down, we'll see why it's not working, hopefully. So I could kind of tell that this thing had been hit in the door. I knew this door was all wavy here, and you could see some previous scratches that were not filled, and just the way the paint hangs on this edge. Somebody did some body work to this, and they were not very good. I don't claim to be a professional, but this thing was definitely whacked right here and banged up this handle on this door, and so this door has seen better days. But you know, I guess it all could be fixed, but it definitely looks like it's like really high over there. Like somebody did a real hack job on this, and I could actually tell from the inside. I was just looking inside. The handle's been painted, but looking in here, I don't know if you guys can see all those. See if I can zoom for you, get it to focus. But those little guys in there are all little welds from what they use is like a spot weld machine, and they weld to it a bunch of times, and they pull it out with either slide hammer or some rings, and they pull all the dents out. So this is like probably a professional job somewhere at a body shop. but they pulled, you know, along here, they pulled all this dent out, and then they put some filler in it. But you can see on the back side where it's rusting because they didn't really put what they needed to. Those welds are all rusting in there. So I may spray some fluid film on that and down on the underside to keep the door from rotting out while I have the door panel off. But yeah, it's really not too bad. You got a Phillips here, a Phillips behind the handle, 3 Phillips by the speaker, and then it just pops off. I popped this top thing off just to get it off, and it seemed to help me a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna tape this thing back up so the water doesn't get in here. This is all ripped off, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I lubed it up, and now it works. So I guess I didn't need to take the door panel off probably, but it was good that I saw that, and I'll fluid film while I'm in here. And you know, this needs a little bit of lubricant too, the door check. We'll see if we can make that a little less stiff, because the door is kind of hard to move. Otherwise, I'll get a new one. But yeah, cool to find some things in here. May have broken wires in the door. Maybe that's why it works when the door is open, but it seems like everything works good now. So I guess we'll just put it back together and verify it works with the door closed, and then we'll be good to go for this project. But got a couple other things now that I want to do after seeing that, and I'm thinking about maybe if I want to find some different doors for it. I don't know, you know, doors are good doors are probably hard to come by, and probably expensive too to go buy a whole door for it. So I don't know if I want to do something like that. I just got to think about my options in the future if I ever want to make this thing nice. Just knowing that there's existing bodywork is always, you know, something to know, because if that rots out from the inside, what the heck was the point in me fixing up the outside, because it's going to look like crap. So that's just something to think about when you want to do like a long-term build on this. This might not be a good candidate, or extra work may have to be done. So anyway, that's my thought process. But yeah, I'll just let you guys think about that. So now I want to try to change the fuel filter, because I got a new one, got a K&N. I just sprayed it down with a little bit of WD. Not that that's going to do much in like 3 minutes, but I'm just going to probably hit it with an impact to loosen it up. That way I don't bend anything. I always like doing that better. I'm going to try to take off the line wrench fitting on the bottom first. So, or not line wrench fitting, but the, you know, whatever you call one of them. It's a compression fitting, like a flare. You know, a flare, like a brake line, like a, you know. So I got to get a line wrench on it to get it off without messing it up, hopefully. So yeah, just gonna try to get all those connections loose. They say, yeah, those are those brake lines that have been replaced. They're out of Nikon. I may redo those lines eventually because they're a little shady looking, but they don't look like they'd be that hard to do. But I don't know. I would always prefer to match it to the OE line. You know what I mean? I don't know if they make kits for these cars. And I could buy a brake line kit. But anyway, they say if you let the pressure out, release the pressure here, if there is any, then you won't have a problem with, I gotta clean all the dirt out of there, but then you won't have a problem with it spraying you when you crack the line over here. So I'm gonna put some gloves on, we'll crack these lines and see if it comes apart easily. See if we can blow through that thing. I know that thing needs to be changed. I'm sure it's bad. So it's a pretty straightforward job, guys. I just used a 9/16 line wrench like this. You probably could do it without a line wrench, but 9/16 fits right on here. And I was able to turn this bottom nut here and break that loose pretty easily. It just dripped a couple of drops since I took the gas cap off, and I just loosened the 10 for the actual bracket itself. Now I'm just going to bust this loose with the impact, and we should be good to go. We may have a little fuel spillage, but I got a pan under there, and then we'll have time to put all of our new O-rings or their new copper washers on this guy. So hopefully everything fits. I'm gonna pull these plugs out and get all of these guys fitted up. Alright, so we've got bottom washer and top washer on here. I'll put our banjo bolt over here, and this fuel line is detached. Now we can fully remove this lower line here, which is doesn't need it's not a banjo bolt here. This is just like the compression fitting that goes in. I just broke the line loose. It's leaking a little bit. Let me make sure I'm catching that under the car. Totally would never have caught that. I was coming like out of the other side of the car. Okay, anyway, I think that's done draining for the most part. Oh, you know why? It's running down the fuel line the whole way there. All right. We just gotta get this thing out now. So make sure you don't arc your ratchet on the positive cable right here, because you would totally blow yourself up. I was just looking at that. I was like, that's super sketchy. Probably should have disconnected the battery before doing this job. They really set you up for a fucking... My bad. They really set you up for failure here. This bolt was easier to get, I would have less of a problem. Okay, so we got that off. Now we can get our little clamp off. Or at least halfway out. Okay. Some people said they had problems with the fitment of this through here, which it looks like it fits fine, so I'll worry about that in a second. Should start this lower one first, I think, while it's all loose. Once I get that started confidently, we'll move on to tightening the clamp, I think. Just gotta get our 10 started here. So that's pretty much it, guys. Not really too crazy. Changing a fuel filter, it's pretty easy. You know, I would disconnect the battery first. That was kind of dumb. But once I already had it all taken apart, I didn't want to go try to disconnect the battery and arc it then. So I just dealt with it. So just be careful. Have a fire extinguisher handy. But I think we did all right. Filter's on. I'm just gonna go prime it. I would turn the key on a couple of times and prime it, and then we'll see if it'll fire up. Shouldn't really notice any difference. The only time you're gonna notice a difference is when you're like going up a hill and you've been cranking for a while, and then you're like giving it some throttle, and that's when it would kind of run lean or something like that, or like when you're wide open. But I haven't really run this thing wide open too many times, so I probably won't notice a difference. But just knowing that it's getting the fuel it wants will be good. So it's good to do fuel filter. Who knows when it's been done? I don't know. You know, they try to blow through these sometimes, but it seems kind of gross. I don't know if I'm gonna try to do that or not. I'll do it off camera. If it's really bad, I'll let you know. All right, let's try this thing. I got the gas cap back on. Prime it. Check for leaks. Where are my keys, guys? Oh man. Found my keys. Let's see. 1 prime. We'll do it again. 2 primes. We'll do 1 more to fill the filter. Alright, now I'm gonna check for leaks. Seems pretty good. I think whatever leaked was from before. Guess I'll check for leaks when it's running. Time to fire it up. Fires right up. She loves life. Yeah, well, we'll see if it makes a difference. Don't think it's gonna. That's it. It looks pretty good. I hear something that's loud. I don't know if it's the alternator. I think it's the power steering. Tensioner pulley too. But yeah, it runs good, guys. So guys, I just wanted to make an update here on the daily Civic. This thing is a beast. I cleaned the throttle body, okay, with a little bit of carb cleaner, and then I put that fuel filter in it, and I took it for a rip in the rain, and I kept burning out, guys. I was burning rubber from every stop. And like, I don't know if there's something wrong with me or what, but it was so much different driving it that it was a combination of driving it in the rain and just the new throttle response that I got. I lubricated the throttle cable and it's like a lot looser. And I was like used to driving it the way it was, and it totally is different now. Like, it drives like a different car. So I'm pretty excited. It drives totally different. I still got some more stuff I want to do to try to clean it up a little bit. I was thinking about doing a little top engine clean, seeing if that works. But yeah, overall this thing runs great already, so I'm pretty stoked. Just got to get a new filter or something, or an intake for it, and then we'll be ready to go, guys. It's going really well so far. I love this thing already, and it's getting good mileage too. I can't wait to report my mileage that I'm getting. So that's kind of the thing. I got new tires for it. New tires. I got new snow tires. I bought 4 of them. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty cold out here, but I just wanted to show you guys and update you guys on what happened. So yeah, just super stoked about the new Civic project. So I'm going to be keeping you guys in the loop with that. And I haven't forgotten about the Accord. But right now I'm working on the bus and the daily. So that's kind of what's going on. So yeah, that's why I've been working on those 2 vehicles and not the Honda, just because it's got to get done right now, and it's winter time, so gotta get the bus going and get the Honda with the winter tires. So I'm working on some stuff at work mainly. I'll keep you guys in the loop. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and peace. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed the new Civic over there. That thing's sweet.